let's go. I'll start with a voicemail here. Raymundo, play me number one.
So I went into a little ice cream shop on the Oregon coast yesterday, and I asked for a sample of Maui sherbet. The lady behind the counter said, "No, you get a cup of it. I don't want to give you a sample." Do I call the manager and say something? Do I leave a bad review online? Was she just having a bad day and I let it go? It was just very off-putting. Any help would be, or advice would be appreciated.
Was she giving you the cup? Because she said, no, you get a cup, but he wasn't trying to buy the cup.
I thought she said you got to get a cup.
No, you get a cup of it. I don't want to give you a sample.
Oh, like I was saying, like you get it. Like you got to get it.
Like
that's how I heard it.
You gotta buy. That's probably it. But if she was like, no sample, you get a cup, then she's trying to hook up with you.
And if you get a free cup of ice cream, I would never call the manager and complain.
He must not have gotten that vibe.
That's called hooking up for ice cream, and it's worth it.
I like that.
It's worth it. Yeah. I'm not a big manager guy.
What do you mean, like talk to the manager guy?
Like, why am I going to call the manager?
Yeah, just like let it go.
Ice cream place. Like what? Yeah, just don't go back to the place.
No.
It's like if you have a problem with the business, don't go back. If you don't like Cracker Barrel, don't go back. I was watching a whole video about Cracker Barrel because I'm kind of on it right now, where this guy's like, hey, here's the reason that a lot of these restaurants, like you can do McDonald's, you could do IHOP, Cracker Barrel, like while they're all changing their logos, it's not a person who's doing it. It's private investment, like private equity. And what they're doing is they're making things so generic, even the shapes of the buildings. So if it doesn't work, they can quickly transfer it to something else. Because he's like, look, Pizza Huts, they used to, think of how Pizza Hut used to be shaped.
Right. It's
like,
very obvious.
It's like Pizza Hut would go out of business. They'd have this building, and it would be, somebody put something in it, but it was always in the Pizza Hut building.
Yeah, you knew. Like,
he was like, they're trying to genericize things to make sure that if it doesn't work, they're kind of hedging their investment and their bets. And he goes, and this is just people online making it an issue because it's something that people will click and be fake passionate about. So I thought that was super interesting. That it's these, it makes total sense when it comes to money that that's what they would do. It's kind of, again, it's kind of hedging your bet. You know who the number one landowner is in America?
McDonald's?
Yep.
Oh, I was going to guess McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Because McDonald's owns all the land in all of their
that's
franchises,
smart.
but then they franchise the building and they out to the people.
So you pay rent on the land.
McDonald's is considered, if not the biggest, one of the world's largest real estate companies, which is crazy. Because you think, oh, they're making a ton off hamburgers. I think they're making a ton off land.
Yeah. I remember my dad talking about it. I know that from him because he was in the restaurant business for a while, and he would talk about how that would and my sister's in-laws are in it too, like they were with Taco Bell, but I believe when he sold them all, he kept all the real estate for it. So even whoever bought it has to pay him like for the land. Oh yeah, it's not.
Did you get anything
smart
in his will?
Investment. My dad?
Yeah.
No, my dad. No.
Did he not have a bunch when he died?
No, I was paying for everything at that point.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
I saw that Morgan had clipped the Cracker Barrel clip because I think I did that on the post show, right?
Yeah.
And I went to the comments for 1 second. I was like, I gotta get out of here because I'm about to. It's just it's toxic, and Morgan has to go through Facebook and I looked at him for 1 second, and then I thought to myself, would a single one of these people that's upset about Cracker Barrel, had it not been a meme on the internet, would they have driven by it and been upset? Not a single person would have. And then I was looking at other logos because I typed it in. Sonic changed their logo a few years ago. I think we get upset about that.
Oh, yeah.
It was super colorful.
Some people don't like change.
Yeah, but some people just follow the internet's advice.
Yeah, true.
It's a groupthink. It's hateful groupthink, and it happens all the time. And it's not just one side. The whole Sydney Sweeney thing was stupid too.
Yeah, it's like sometimes people. I saw Bethany Frankel talking about it on a post today. How people like love to hate her, and then even if they really don't, they just get on the bandwagon. Like maybe they start to not like her, but then they really get into it. It's almost like you don't even want to be doing it, but you just start hating on things because it becomes your unhealthy obsession or your indulgence. Like, you know when you should stop eating something, but you keep eating it anyway. And that sometimes people get into that with their online behavior. It's like, I don't even really want to be acting this way, but I'm just sort of into it. Like I get like a dopamine hit or something from it. Yeah. Like, and you just like continue with that behavior. And the more you do it, the more you do it.
And you also have to realize that people saying negative things, that's just the people that are saying negative things. You're not seeing all the people that have no interest or saying positive things because they don't have an interest to go and be a part of to hop in the group. Because also you get in the group which, by the way, comments, I'm not even saying just about Cracker Barrel in general. If you get into like a group comment, it's all negative because people don't have a voice for the most part. And the only way they can get their voice heard is by saying something that gets a reaction. And that is usually negative. Because if it's like, hey, I love this, you're not going to get a bunch of likes. You're not going to get it. But if you're like, this sucks and here's why, that's very easy to piggyback off of or get a reaction from the person you're saying you don't like it to. But there's a point, and I think about this because my whole career, I've said things and people haven't agreed or disagreed. And one of the things, though, that I thought was funny, because I got into the comments for 1 second. Let me just sidetrack. I got into the comments for 1 second, and I had to get out. But someone was like, you need to stick to talking about music. Bro, I talk about music none. On one podcast. Like, I haven't made my success talking about music. I make my success talking about culture. That's what, and our personal lives, like the whole life. It's like, you need to still talk about music. Had I talked about music, I wouldn't have a job anymore because I don't control music. There's nothing about music that I can do or say that's really that interesting other than I like it or I don't like it. That's it. But I really thought about it. I thought about putting the gloves on yesterday.
You should have.
I didn't. It's just not a good place.
Yeah, don't do it.
It's not a good place.
You haven't been out in a while.
I haven't been out in a while. But it's not a good place for me, so I didn't do it. But my also point is, if people ever stop talking bad about me, I'm done. I'm done. There has to be people that have a not positive opinion about me, because there are going to be people that have a positive opinion about me, and vice versa. And the things that people like about me are going to be the things that make people not like me. And if I have nobody talking crap about me, then I'm a milquetoast, and it doesn't matter. So the day
What's
that
milquetoast?
What is milquetoast?
Generic,
Oh,
Got it.
just like a plain cracker.
just plain. So the day that I'm
Vanilla.
fully plain is the day that I have no relevance at all anymore, and I go away. So to me, there's real value in the negativity. I just have to not get involved in the negativity and not see it. I don't see anything. I don't go to Facebook.
So do you think when you get involved in the negativity, like you're saying, like you've done before, do you get some sort of a dopamine hit off of that?
Sometimes I used to like create accounts and say bad stuff about me.
Wait, what?
It was way back in the day, just to like keep it going.
Huh. Okay.
I don't anymore because I don't. It's like getting in my DMs sometimes. I don't even, unless I'm in the right headspace, I don't even get in my DMs, because why would I subject myself to something that's not going to help me in any way whatsoever?
Right.
Because there's nothing I'm going to take from it to make my life more positive. I'm not going to take the advice of somebody in that, like, or the criticism,
Mhm.
because I wouldn't take their advice. So why would I take their criticism? Because they don't know what or how or why that I've had to do this and keep it at a certain level for this amount of years. So I don't look at it, and I haven't in years. I went into the comments yesterday, and I was like, I wonder. I knew what it was going to be, and I was like, maybe I feel like mixing it up. And then I had a little talk. I was like, not worth it.
Little talk with yourself.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
That's good.
You know how they have a devil and an angel that pop up on shoulders?
Mhm.
It's just me on both shoulders. I just look over. It's like a three-headed monster. It's just three nerds with glasses going, you could put your time somewhere else.
That's good. That's growth.
Yeah, but if the negativity ever stops, I'm done. And I also know that.
And you could always go back today. You went away yesterday. Maybe.
I'm not going back. I don't need that. I don't crave it. I'm not saying I will never go back. I used to fight on Twitter all the time. We did a Bobby cast, which, by the way, there's one up today with Chase Elliott. And then the one that we're doing Thursday, it's Jay Renshaw, who's Chit. Do you know Chit?
I only know Chip from y'all.
Yeah.
Sometimes y'all
Is there a
are
black
like,
person here? So I had him on, and then I did a whole thing about beefs that I've been in over the years. And I just let Mike go, just throw out people who I've got into fights with. And I just talked about all the situations. That comes out Thursday over on the Bobby Bones channel YouTube page, which is where I put all the Bobbycast stuff. But yeah, I don't really have an interest in that right now. But the reason it came up was Gavin Adcock. He's fighting with everybody, and it's hilarious. And beefs are theater. That's all they are. It's all theater. He's fighting with Charlie Crockett. He was fighting with Nickelback sound guy. He was fighting with Beyonce's fans. Like, it's theater. And people are like, well, it's a PR stunt. Yeah, but it's working. And that's the whole reason that people are saying that's what it is, so don't believe it. But it's also like, if that's what it is, it's absolutely working. It's hilarious. He's also like the nicest guy, is what's funny. I've met him. He's been in a couple times. I met his parents. I've met him out away from the show. like spend a little bit of time with him. Like as a guy, I like him. As a character, it's funny.
I guess that's a good way to put it. It's like part of.
We're all an amplified
The
version of
character.
ourselves, or we're focused on a specific version of ourselves, as a public figure. So, but yeah, Gavin Adcock's hilarious. When he had his windows busted in his car and blamed it on Beyonce's fans, I laughed out loud. He was like, somebody busted my windows in my truck. And it was kind of Beyonce's fans. I think maybe he said it could have been Nickelback sound guy. He didn't know. Or it was just somebody random, which it probably was. And he even knew it was. It was like somebody just in the neighborhood trying to steal stuff. I guess funny. It was funny.
Did you see that somebody charged the stage at him at his Wichita show?
And he didn't move. He just kept doing his thing.
Just stood there.
He's also a big old boy. Because, I mean, he played college football. He's a big old boy.
Yeah, and the person like nosedived on stage, like was gonna tackle him, and he's just like, "What's up, dude?"
Yeah, not a guy I'd want to tackle. There are other guys that I wouldn't mind. Like Yodel Boy, I'd tackle him. I'd take him down. Other than that, I'm probably not going to tackle many people. So, yeah, the beefs, it's all theater. It was I had said that too at a couple of mine. I was like, it was all theater. But there were people I fought with that I don't even not like anymore. Kane and I fought at one point.
What?
Yeah, way back in the day.
About what?
I don't remember. I remember.
It was fake beef or?
No, it wasn't fake.
Oh.
I don't remember, but I remember us fighting on Twitter. Craig
Oh,
Camp.
probably because back when he would post all his shirtless videos before he blew up, he was like mirror selfie shirtless singer guy.
No, because that would have been me being jealous.
Okay. Well, sometimes we react in immature ways.
Not me.
Because
Never acted immature. It's not my thing.
Okay.
Always
Not how
100%
he does.
maturity.
Definitely
Yeah.
not. No.
Another one was Craig Campbell. Forgot about that. I like Craig. Craig and I are cool now. Remember that
What?
one?
No.
It took me a second to remember why. I keep notes on my phone.
What? You keep these notes?
Yeah,
Beef?
I keep everything. Yeah.
You
Really?
beefed with Craig Campbell?
Yeah.
Keep your beefs?
We haven't beefed forever, but what it
But I
was,
don't remember this.
well, I'm going to tell you, like 13 years ago, we first started here. Eddie and I were doing Raging Idiot songs with artists, and we had them cover Lord Royals.
Yeah, I
And
remember
it
that.
did really well streaming, or downloads at the time. And when TMZ had their country music version of TMC for a minute in Nashville, they went to him. They were like, "Hey, we saw the song," and he was like, "Yeah, I just decided to record it one day."
Oh.
And I got so pissed. I was like, "That's not what happened." But then it doesn't matter. It was all stupid anyway.
Okay, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that is dumb. So, golly, the Kane thing, that's weird. I can't even.
It just was a Twitter fight about something, and I don't even remember. But that was my point. That a lot of these beefs, I don't even remember why we fought.
Well, you had the
And they're
Florida-Georgia
all-
line.
and that's the first one we go into, and we spend a lot of time on that one
because in
that
Vegas,
was like.
then they tried to give you a piece of art to.
And I said I don't even know where that
offering.
painting is.
It-
I don't want to
it-
spoil it because I talk about it
Oh, you talk about
a lot. But yeah, they gave me a painting. I don't know where it is, but that's on Thursdays. Bobbycast that comes out. So,
I gave you a painting once. I know exactly where it is.
the John Mayer painting.
Yep.
Do I still have it?
Nope, it's at my house.
I gave it back. That's
I
nice
got-
of me.
You didn't want it. So and when John Mayer came in, I had him sign it. So it is a John Mayer original by me, signed by John.
That's pretty cool.
And I have it.
You
My
have your
kids
own
are-
original. That's pretty cool.
I have it in our game room. Like, and the kids are like, "Why is this in here? What is this?" I'm like, "You can't
Why do you
tell
have it?
who that is because you didn't want it or something."
No,
I was like,
that's
in
not
your
true.
office.
I had
if
it-
you want it, I will gladly give it back.
I mean, you can keep it, but I remember having it forever.
Yeah, but
I'll
until
take it
you
back.
did,
I'll take it
until you
back.
didn't.
I'm building a new studio, so I'll take it back.
Okay, I should probably
Wow.
sign it too.
Oh,
Maybe I
we're good.
did.
We're good with you.
You want me to add
No,
more
no, no, no,
tattoos?
no,
Because
no,
when
no.
I did
No,
it,
you
John.
can't add to it now.
Why? John
can't
only
add
had
to
a
Leave it
few
how it is.
tattoos.
You can't add
So
to
I
it
feel
now.
like maybe I
No,
could-
you got to leave the original art in the year it was made.
Okay.
You can write on the back of it, like Amy in the year it was made.
I mean, gosh, it was like 2000 and what year was I into painting? Probably 2010.
Well, it was like
'cause
3 months inside of 2010.
Yeah,
well,
let's
I
not act like it
painted
was a whole
Taylor
year.
Swift. I painted John Mayer.
And the end.
And you gave Taylor that painting,
Yes, I did.
and she said, "Oh, it's so beautiful. I put it on my tour bus. I wonder if it's still there."
She said, "You are so talented." I have audio of her saying,
Amy,
"You are
Amy
so
like secretly
talented.
recorded giving Taylor a painting, and Taylor being super nice about it.
You are so talented."
And you guys say I'm creepy.
That plays on like sometimes in my head. If you know when you're having moments where I don't feel talented, I hear Taylor. You are so talented.
Benny Blanco got roasted after showing off luxury blueberries. So, by the way, if you do anything, if you were to show up and be like, "Hey, this is a guy I just met on the street, homeless guy. I just gave him $1,000," you'd get roasted. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. People will roast you because they have nothing else to do. So when I read that people get roasted, or people like, oh, this happened with Miley Cyrus, and they show like Twitter comments of people like going hard on her, it's like you just picked out 3 random comments. You could have picked out easily as many good comments. But Benny Blanco, but it is stupid. He had $200 luxury blueberries.
What is a luxury
And he opened the
blueberry?
box. It's a big box. It's these big blueberries, and they're in a box that look like the big chocolates when you open a box.
Okay.
And he thought it was wild. They came individually packed, and he was showing off the package. And he said the box was around $200. And so people were like, "Oh, you're tone deaf." Although I don't expect rich people to, if you show your life, I don't expect you to hide your life. I don't think you have to go out of your way to be like, "Look how rich I am." But if you're super rich, I don't want you lying about it and like not showing. If you're someone who shows your life, am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're someone who's like, "Hey, I want to let you into my life," I don't want you to hide things because you're more successful than I am. Because then you're not showing your life.
I see what you're saying.
So you can pick. You can be like, "Yeah, I'm going to show you my luxury blueberries because I feel like these are crazy," and show them.
Right.
But I would rather you not act like you don't have it, because that's a lie. So be honest. And I feel like he was being honest.
Yeah, it's like Kim K. Like, she shows us her life. She's rich. I want to see the rich stuff. That's the cool part about her life.
That's from Parade. That's
Vinny Blanco's
Wow,
annoying.
those blueberries.
right?
are
I am
plump.
interested. I'm interested. They look like apples. They're huge. They're not quite big as apples, but
No.
they're huge. A cryptocurrency scammer's 5 years on the run came to an end in South Korea. He was arrested for littering a cigarette butt, and they arrested him, and he was the guy that's been running because he was accused of defrauding 1,300 people out of $13 million.
And that's how
And
they
he
got
gets
him.
arrested. Yeah. They got him. The Lil Nas X story is interesting because he has now been charged with 4 felonies.
What?
They say he could be in jail for years. Lil Nas X is facing years in prison because the L.A. County District Attorney has charged him with 4 felonies, including battery with injury on a police officer. TMZ broke the story. We saw the video of him walking. It says naked, but he was in his underwear when I saw it.
Yeah.
Like whitey tighties.
Apparently, he got naked at one point. I saw another clip.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw the naked. He was naked on Ventura Boulevard when cops were called. They say they confronted him. He charged the officers naked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
If you're
So
a cop,
what's
you got to
he-
be like, all right. Because there's a movie scene, what, No Country for Old Men? Where they fight naked in the shower?
I don't think he was
Whatever
naked.
it was, there's a. Oh, there he is, butt naked.
Was
Dang.
he?
Got a different weapon coming at you.
I mean, I don't want to assume he's inebriated, but
I
is
think he was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they claimed he was a drug overdose.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
They were saying that in like
But
one of
we
the
don't-
first
yeah.
versions of the headlines. He was hit with a felony charge of resisting an executive officer, i.e. a cop. He was held without bail. He's set to be arraigned. If he hasn't been yet, I don't know.
Yeah, his bail has now been set at $75,000.
Oh, that's nothing. He has to pay $7,500 and get out. Cops arrested Lil Nas. They thought he was high on drugs, so they took him to the hospital and transferred him to jail. TMZ.
His white cowboy boots are now available on eBay for $10,000 because he left them there and someone walking by picked them up.
Oh wow.
Got to get him to sign them though. Otherwise, who cares? I got a picture of John Mayer. Amy signed. Pretty cool.
No, no.
$10,000.
No, John signed it.
No, but you're gonna sign it too.
Sure. Okay. I will.
John Mayer's coming to town to play Pilgrimage Festival.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I would go because I don't really like to go to things, but it's when we're going for iHeart.
Oh well, then you can't go.
I know.
I listened to him on Smartless.
Mhm.
Was that the one I heard? Yeah. And then he sang. He did like a medley of. Oh, it was good. He's interesting. He's kind of weird.
All are true.
Yeah, I know. I just went through on it like the episode. I think I thought all those things like, but not in that order. I think I thought, oh, he's sort of interesting. He's weird, and then he played, and I was like, gosh, he's good.
All.
Yeah.
What his weirdness and
Mm-hmm.
what makes him interesting is that he is weird, and it's also what makes him really good at what he does.
Right.
United pilot makes a difficult decision to cancel a flight on the runway because a passenger was smoking weed in the bathroom. So he canceled the flight.
No way.
Yep. This is from the New York Post. A United pilot made the difficult decision to cancel the flight while it was on the runway after a passenger smoked marijuana in the bathroom of the plane. It had to be a vape, right?
I would assume.
Right. Because you're not really you're not getting a bat. I don't know how you're getting that
Look,
in,
here-
unless you're
here-
putting it in your butthole.
No, you can just put it in your carry-on bag. If you just put it in your suitcase and it's just they're not going to see it. And
Yeah, but I'm not risking it. That's the point. I'm not going to go through. I put it in my butthole. That's not a risk.
well,
I put a lot of stuff in my butthole just to see if I get it through.
okay. Well, that's You
guys not
Do you have that in your
Nope,
notes
nope,
app?
nope.
You have
Yeah,
a list
I do
of
like
things?
I do like quarter rolls. I just want to
Mhm.
see. I just for when I have to do it. I just like to.
No,
I like to
never
go
done
through.
that.
Yeah, they can. I'd have been so mad if I'm on this flight and it
I
gets
mean,
canceled.
yeah,
canceled
I'd
'cause
be
some-
like, a man of the Lord is delaying us for weed.
a man
know.
of the Lord.
Yeah, a pastor.
The
Huh?
pilot?
Oh, I thought you said that the person smoking was a pastor.
No, I just said a pilot.
Did I listen? Sometimes I don't know. Mike, did I
Oh.
say that?
Passenger?
Oh, passenger. Okay.
Yeah, passenger.
Sorry, I heard pastor.
I didn't know what you were saying. A man of the Lord.
Yeah, I
That's why I was
heard-
like, what in the world?
I heard a pastor, but you said passenger.
That would be a cool pastor, though.
A scientist says he's figured out the Bermuda Triangle.
What is to
He
figure
says
out?
there's nothing supernatural about the Bermuda Triangle, and he blames rogue waves for the various disappearances over the years. He explains that this busy stretch of the ocean sees many ships and planes, so the number of disappearances is what you'd expect, nothing really unusual, and basically they're high profile. But that Bermuda Triangle goes from Miami through the Bahamas down to Turks and Caicos up to like Bermuda and then back. It's a in like the 80s and 90s, it would be on Unsolved Mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
Like planes that disappeared to the Bermuda Triangle. But apparently just rogue waves. Oh, you know what? Eddie's not here to talk about it, but we watched Amy Bradley
Okay. And where do you think she is?
dead.
You think she went overboard?
Probably. Probably. It's close. I think probably fell out the boat.
What do you
What
do?
about the
39.
people
I
that
put
have
like
seen her?
39 to 40. Eyewitness testimonies are the least.
Right. It's like after all these years too. It's like, what does she
I
even
think there's a
look
chance.
like?
I think there's a chance because there was some weird stuff that happened, like the pictures they got of her on that site.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say like 39% chance she died. Like 32% chance she was trafficked off and died.
Terrible.
You know, 26% chance she's still alive. 3% chance she's doing. But I think if the betting odds, if I were betting them, I would bet she probably fell off the boat.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a lot of weird things that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we watched that.
What'd you think,
Had a
Amy?
whole thing on it.
I thought for a minute that she was trafficked, sadly, and was down in the Caribbean somewhere. But lately, I've been thinking she fell overboard or just ended her life.
I
Chose to
feel
do it.
bad for her parents because they're still searching. Like
Yeah,
the
I know.
the
They haven't given
unknown.
up.
I know. It's not a spoiler. Because
No, all this is known.
all this is. I knew that all before I went into it, but I didn't know all the details, like the granular parts of
Yeah,
it.
there's still so much you could see and I guess be, gosh, entertain feels like the wrong word, but it still could be an interesting documentary.
Definitely compelling.
Compelling, thank you.
Mhm.
Sounds better because it feels weird to be, all those things feel weird to be entertained by. Obviously, someone has lost their life or is missing.
We were talking yesterday on 25 Whistles about this Psycho Stu, who's a wrestler and got beat up by Rampage Jackson's son. Has this made it to you?
No, I guess it's not my, even though I've been watching that stuff, it is not
It's
my
not.
algorithm.
It's not. It's really not wrestling in the
Or wait, did it happen in the streets?
kind of. In the
Then maybe I
streets.
did see something
What do
where
you
like they were outside. They weren't like in a ring.
Sort of the beginning of it. What did you see?
There was their cars.
Well,
I guess I saw two guys in a headline. And was somebody in a wheelchair?
no.
Okay, no.
I don't know what, you
What
saw.
in the world are you watching?
Morgan, has it got to you?
Yeah, a little bit, but what I saw was that Mr. Beast was offering to pay for
Yeah.
one of the like
Not
costs.
one. The funeral or the hospital bills.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so what
Let me
happened?
tell you what happened. So remember when you used to come over to my house way back in Austin and we would watch UFC fights?
Yes.
We'd all come over and remember Iceman?
Yeah. Yes.
And
Iceman. Yeah.
at
I feel
this-
like we made like poster boards or something.
You
At
did,
the
yes.
same time, there was a guy named Rampage Jackson. This is around the time when he was big in UFC.
Yeah.
It was
Iceman.
good. So Rampage Jackson, very famous fighter. He has a son named Raja Jackson. Raja's now 23 years old. And so Raja goes to this wrestling event. He's also a big live streamer, which everything's live. And so he shows up to this wrestling event. He's going to be there at this wrestling event, and it's a small town wrestling event, meaning it's like an independent. It's not WWE or AEW or any of those. So he gets there, and there are all these cameras, and the wrestlers are like in the back of the warehouse, just sitting around having a beer, talking. And they're not like John Cena cut. They're like big fat dudes, like just big fat dudes that probably are strong and still athletic. And one of the wrestlers, Psycho Stu, thinks that Raja, because he has all these cameras with him and the cameras come over, thinks he's a wrestler because Raja's big dude. And so he takes a can that's empty and does this thing where you smash it on the head, but you really don't smash it. One, there's nothing in it, and two, you smash it with your own hand as you hit the head. It's a wrestling move. And so they had this thing, then Raja gets pissed because he's like, why did you do that to me? Psycho Stu didn't realize he wasn't a wrestler. All the cameras were there. He thought they were doing like a work, whatever. After that, you then see the apology. Psycho Stu goes up and is like, dude, I'm sorry. I thought you were a wrestler and all the cameras were here. And they like shake on it, dap it out. It's like all good. Like there was an apology. There was an acceptance of the apology and moving on. Psycho Stu then was like, hey, another wrestler was like, hey, let's make this a thing in the ring then since we streamed it. You come in later and start beating up Psycho Stu and we'll pull you off. And so he's like, okay, well, what seemed to me, and then a lot of other people on the internet, is that he was still listening to his chat, and they were firing him up. And he was like, you're going to take that abuse? And he was like, okay, I'm going to hop in the ring, and I'm going to beat him up for real. Now, Psycho Stu thinks that Raja Jackson's going to jump in, and he's going to make himself vulnerable because Raja Jackson's going to do a move to him, and you kind of have to make yourself vulnerable to be a part of that. So Raja Jackson picks him up, slams him on his head hard, and then as he's knocked out, starts punching him in the face as hard as he can.
Oh, my.
Not once, like 10, 15 punches in the face. And everybody's confused because at first, this was part of what they had talked about, but he wasn't wrestling. He was beating the crap out of like a body that had no life to it. So, finally, they come in. I'm talking about that he beats the crap out of him.
Why did nobody intervene faster?
Because they thought it was a work, which they thought it was wrestling. Because they had decided he was going to come in the ring, but he took that time. According to what I've seen, he slams him way too hard, knocks him out, and then just starts punching him in the face as hard as you possibly can. Finally, people get in. Another wrestler comes in. And then you see Raja Jackson on the phone. They're still streaming, and he's like, I'm not letting people F with me. Psycho Stu's he was out. He was non-responsive. So Mr. Beast is in the news because he's like, I'll cover your bills. Because it's not like these wrestlers have a bunch of money. At this level, they have none. They're doing it for like $50 a show. So in the video, Psycho Stu was unconscious. Later that day, a user at Feared Buck reported that Psycho Stu had broken facial bones and lost teeth. He also said that the former American vet, because he was a veteran, he choked on his own blood and teeth after being hit by Raja Jackson while already unconscious. Unconscious, I don't want to say it like that. YouTuber Mr. Beast responded, promising to help Psycho Stu. Dang, man, this hurts to see, especially because I read he was a veteran that used wrestling as an outlet to get over PTSD. If anyone connected knows how I can help, please reach out so I can help him with his hospital bills.
Golly,
It was
terrible.
crazy looking. And I can understand why people thought it was part of the wrestling event because they had already worked out that he was going to jump in, and there was already an apology. Like, he hit him with the beer can, except it wasn't a real can. And then he was like, oh, my bad. I'm very sorry. And Raja accepted the apology. He was like, got it. No problem. So let's turn this into something. Except he let his chat get him. And then we turned it into something.
Is that what he said later? Like, I let the chat get to me?
You see him on the chat before he goes in, right, Mike?
Yeah, because he hasn't said anything.
Yeah, he's like leaning over the phone, and he's like, I'm not... Yeah. And then he puts it down and goes in and beats the crap out of him.
So he got fired up.
Wild. That's why you don't look at the comments.
Yeah. It's one reason.
But
for
now he's
sure.
been banned from Kick.
That's why you don't look at the comments.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's not. But he wasn't a wrestler anyway.
No,
the streaming platform, he can't.
Oh, sorry, I thought Kick was a... All right. Thought it was a wrestling club.
A teacher on sick leave for 16 years refuses to test to see if she got better.
What?
In 2009, a teacher took sick leave from work, and she hasn't been back since. The entire time, the teacher has been able to pull in a full salary.
No way.
That's crazy.
It wasn't until recently the authority decided to question her extended absence and request proof of illness, and so she sued, saying that she refused to take a medical test. Estimates suggest that this teacher has been able to pull in around $84,000 annually during her sick leave. That's a good job if you can get it.
It's unbelievable.
Metro with that story. Amy, anything for you before we go? We got to take a break anyway.
No, I'm just thinking about this. When do we get an update on
Psycho Stu?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, I said critical but stable condition.
Critical condition.
Oh my gosh.
That Raja has to go to jail.
But that was my next question.
Has to go to jail.
So, but what if do charges have to be pressed? Or
kind of, yeah, they could be pressed, and yes, but I think the DA in California. It was in California.
think so, yeah.
Now I got to go see if this is the video that I loosely saw, like were people outside. Maybe it was just like people outside talking about it because I feel like I saw these words and guys fighting. I don't know where I got a guy in a wheelchair, but
Maybe you just saw some.
There was a
people
guy
sitting
in a chair.
yeah, folding.
And maybe the
chairs.
wheel on a car that you saw, and all of a sudden it's a wheelchair.
got it. Yeah.
Next thing you know. Okay, let's take a break, and then we got a bunch of calls we're gonna do.